Hi guys, welcome to Flip the Deck Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is going to be, do they feel the same? So we are going to look into the person on your mind's thoughts and feelings regarding the connection that you have with them and find out if they are feeling the same way about you as you are feeling about them. I have 3 readings for you today, and for reading number 1, we have the Fountain Tarot along with this seashell. For reading number 2, we have the Light Seers Tarot with the turtle. For reading number 3, we have the Star Spinner Tarot with the shark. So go ahead and take as much time as you need to pick which reading you feel most drawn to. You can pick based on the deck that you feel most drawn to or the associated objects. I will have your timestamps down below in the description box. I'm going to jump in with reading number 1 and I will see you in your reading. Hi number 1, if you picked the Fountain Tarot and the Seashell, this is going to be your reading. We are going to find out if the person on your mind feels the same way about you that you feel about them. So let's jump right into your tarot and see. Okay, number 1, how does your person feel? Do they feel the same? Okay, we have the Knight of Coins. So the Knight of Coins can represent an offer, of course. All the Knights are about movement. The Knight of Coins is the slowest moving Knight in the deck. So this can represent maybe sometimes a slow offer. This can be an offer that's considered for quite some time, something that they thought about for a long time before they made a move. 2 of Cups. Wow. So this person definitely sees you as a partner. They see potential with you. Okay. We had 2 more cards come out, and that's actually all I was going to take. So we have the 9 of Swords, and we have the Death card. Transformation. Maybe transformation is needed in this connection. This person wants to bring a sense of transformation into this connection. I'm actually going to clarify all of these cards, and then we'll look at everything together. So let's clarify this Knight of Coins. Okay, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. I'm going to clarify the 2 of Cups. What does this 2 of Cups mean? King of Wands in reverse. To clarify the 9 of Swords, we have the King of Cups. Let's get one last card to clarify this Death card. Oh, there it is. We have Temperance. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Having the 7 of Swords kind of supporting the Knight of Coins, I feel like this person is not being honest with you. I think that they are not being completely honest and straightforward with the feelings that they have for you. You had the 2 of Cups come out. So the feelings that they have for you are extremely strong, and they actually see you as a life partner. They see you as someone who is an equal counterpart to them, someone that it's kind of that energy of like a person that they would want to do life with, like a person that they would want to commit to, someone that they would want to have standing right by their side as they journey through life, is the energy of the 2 of Cups, especially as it's coming through in this reading. So definitely, if you look at this, it's like 2 people actually gazing up, like into the starry night is what it looks like. I mean, they're gazing up at the 2 cups, but these are definitely 2 people who are on the same page. These are 2 people who are dreaming together, planning together, wishing and hoping together. These are two people who see their journey as something that is woven together and something that's meant to be lived out together. So if these are the kind of feelings that you have toward this person, you're definitely on the same page about that. But I do think that this person is holding back and hesitating a little bit when it comes to being completely straightforward with how they feel. This is the reason for any slowness or any delays that you are picking up on in this connection with this person, because with this Knight of Coins, this is someone who moves slow. I love the Knight of Coins because, or the Knight of Pentacles in traditional tarot. I actually love this energy because it is the energy of someone who's extremely thoughtful and someone who doesn't rush into things. But at the same time, I think we can all recognize that it can be a little bit frustrating when you're trying to move forward with someone and it seems like there's like kind of an energy of dragging their feet, or there's an energy of stalling. There's kind of this feeling of like, can we please make progress here? What I like about seeing this is, although this person may move slowly, I see the reasoning behind it. The reasoning is that they feel a little bit uncomfortable and scared to share the depth of their feelings. And I also love that they came through as a knight, because although this is a slow moving knight, it's a knight nonetheless. And all of the knights in the deck are about movement. So this is someone who is moving forward toward this connection, someone who is considering this connection, even if they are moving a little bit slowly. I feel like if you've been waiting for some sort of offer from this person or some form of communication, the fact that the Seven of Wands came out, that shows that this is really about communication. If you've been waiting for some form of communication from this person about their feelings, definitely, I think that the depth, I think that the way that this connection could have caught them by surprise is keeping them a little bit quiet. It doesn't mean they're not working behind the scenes, but they're a little quiet when it comes to communicating about this. There's definitely a lot of passion here. There's kind of a mixture of emotions out in this spread. There is passion. The King of Wands supporting the Two of Cups. This king actually showed up in reverse. And what this tells me is, again, there's some sort of hesitation here. The King of Wands would typically be someone who isn't afraid to take charge, but there's a little bit of hesitation here. I feel like this is hesitation when it comes to expressing their passions towards you. So they're a little bit hesitant to do that. And this person has a tendency of getting in their head a lot when it comes to the feelings that they have for you, worrying a lot. I think that the worry, I think that a lot of the worry that I'm seeing here is a worry of the time that it might be taking them to come forward in this connection and to be upfront about their feelings. So there's like a little bit of worry here that if they don't speed this along, they might lose you forever. Nine of Wands energy. Something's really, not Nine of Wands, excuse me, Nine of Swords energy. Something's really playing heavy on their mind when it comes to this connection. I do want to point out, I think it's super interesting that we had two kings come out one right after the other. The King of Wands in reverse, the King of Cups upright. So I can see the type of emotion that this person has for you, and it's actually super deep. There's almost a tenderness to this connection. There's definitely a physical element here. There's maybe a physical desire that's blooming inside of this person if this is a fairly new connection or something that you haven't been able to physically explore. And I feel that this person's hesitation towards you is more on the physical side than on the emotional side. They seem to be really in their power when it comes to their emotions. It is taking them a little while to come forward, but they seem to have a little bit more comfort in this place of being emotional about you. They are very tender towards you. And when it comes to expressing that physically, there's a slight hesitation. I am really kind of feeling that this person might be hesitating because they're worried that somehow the tenderness of this connection might be lost if they pursue the more physical side of it, or some part of this connection might be changed forever and they can never go back. So some of that, for some of you, this might be a friendship that you have explored with this person, and they're a little bit concerned about changing the dynamic of the relationship that you have with them by taking this to a more physical place. They feel love for you. Like, I feel confident in saying that. There's love here, and there's a lot of consideration. There's deep emotion. But I think that there's something this person is worried if they act on this, or if they tell you exactly how they feel, something's going to be changed. Something might be lost. They're concerned that they might screw this up somehow. And it's almost like they can hold on to the tenderness and the innocence of the connection if they aren't upfront with how they really feel. But they're definitely considering doing this. They're considering moving forward, and they're moving forward a little bit slowly, cautiously, thoughtfully. And I think that's important. I think that this can also really, this can be about physical separation from this person as I'm looking at this. Part of this thing that they might be concerned with is a physical separation. As I was saying, the King of Wands does come across to me as a more physical king when I compare it to the King of Cups. Of course, the King of Pentacles is our most physical king in the deck, but the King of Wands, there is a physicality behind all that passion for me. So I think that this showing up in reverse can also indicate some sort of separation from this person. You may be in separation from this person, or this can be a fear of being in separation, and it's all connected to this passion that they feel for you. I think that this whole connection is causing a lot of change in this person. Nine of Swords energy, this is what is playing on their minds. This is what they're considering with this Knight of Coins. All of these emotions that are coming to the surface, this is what they're considering. Now, I do want you to take a closer look at the King of Cups, because I think that the way this is depicted here is just so appropriate. This king is sitting here on his throne, and there are like giant waves pummeling the back of this thing. He may as well just be all the way out to sea. I mean, he probably is. He could be close to the shore, but we can't really see that. So he's in a position that would terrify most people, but he's very calm. He's very calm. He's sitting there. He's in his power. He's in control of all of this water around him. He's in control of all of his emotions. So this person is coming through as the King of Cups. They're coming through as someone who is transforming into someone who is in control of their emotions, who feels confident about their emotions, and who would willingly share this information with you. But what I see here with this Death card and with the Nine of Swords is that this is a big change for this person. This is a level of maturity that this person isn't, it's not so much they're not used to. I feel like this is just a level of maturity that they hadn't reached before they met you. So the depth of feeling here is very strong. And I think if this is how you're feeling toward this person, if you're feeling like this connection changed you in some way, if you're feeling like it maybe even forced you to grow up, to mature, to kind of sort out your emotions and get your emotions under control, because it could have kind of thrown you for a loop. And you may have even found yourself going through kind of like a dark night of the soul type of situation. It doesn't have to be that, but because your energy very likely mirrors this person, and I'm seeing this Death card, this transformation, this could have been something that happened with you as well. I'm picking up on the fact that your energy is one of maybe a little bit more of an evolved emotional aspect to you. So maybe you went through this transition easier, or maybe this was growth you had done before this person entered your life. But this person's definitely going through a change due to this connection. And this Death card's being supported by Temperance. So what this is telling me is this transformation is taking time for this person. The reading is sort of capped by these elements of time for me. So we started out with the Knight of Coins, slow moving knight, and at the end we're seeing a transformation occurring and the need for a bit of patience. So I like this energy. I think this person is very well balanced. I think that they are considering things. I feel like the only place that they might not be doing the very best or where it might be a little frustrating is in the communication. But in the consideration and in the depth of feelings that they have for you, it's all definitely there. And they are moving toward this King of Cups energy, this very balanced energy. Temperance, again, another card about balance. So they're moving into this balanced place. They are going through this transformation, but it's taking them a little bit of time. And I think that there's almost like the quiet request here. It's like, just be patient with me. That's kind of what I hear them saying to you. Just be patient with me, because they're trying to learn how to be patient with themselves as well. It's taken them a minute to kind of find their balance, to move into this King of Cups energy. And it does require patience, I think, on both ends. But there's progress here. I can see progress. So I want to look at your Oracle card and the supporting tarot card that I shuffled for you previously. So we'll see if this ties into the reading, and we'll get more information about how this person's feeling, how they view this connection. So we have spiritual maturity. Yeah, absolutely. That's what we've been talking about. And that spiritual maturity card is supported by the King of Cups. By this guy. So yeah, showing up as the King of Cups twice. This could also represent your energy. So if this is your energy too, then you're both coming through as very emotionally mature, very emotionally balanced, really strong counterparts if you're both coming through as the King of Cups. Or this can represent your person's energy. We were asking how they are viewing this connection, so it very well could be all of your person's energy. So what I'm seeing here is really a reiteration of what we saw in the tarot. This connection has made this person grow. It has evolved them and grown them spiritually in a way that I think they never expected. I think that there's a depth of feeling here that they didn't explore in any previous connection or any other time in their life, but right now this is kind of forcing them to go there. I feel like this person is much more in touch with their emotions now, and it's starting to become kind of a lesson in balancing everything out. They're learning how to master these emotions. There's a feeling that they really wanted to be in control of this, that they really wanted to be in control of how they responded in this connection, in control of what they gave and what they felt, and that there's a sense of like they could not do that. They couldn't be in control of their emotions. So that's another thing that I feel could be mirrored on your side of this connection. If this kind of came out of nowhere for you, or if it almost like grew, what is the word I'm looking for? I almost want to say like it grew legs of its own, or grew wings of its own, or something like that. Almost like it sprouted and it grew into something bigger than you expected it to. And it might have surprised you a little bit. I think it surprised this person a lot. They went in thinking one thing, is kind of the feeling I'm getting. They went in thinking one thing. They went in thinking that they could remain in control. And they found that they were actually thrown off balance. And now they're trying to get back to this place of control. But I feel like this is a different kind of control. The control that they were looking for felt more like they were going to hold their feelings back. And the control that they're finding is more of this King of Cups energy, really being in complete control of all of the swirling emotions and being in command of all of that. So I do notice with this spiritual maturity card that it's like the people that are pictured here, there's still a ways to go, you know, when it comes to climbing this huge mountain. They've made a lot of progress and there's still a ways to go. So I think that this person is working on this. They're making progress, but they even see that there's so much more for them to learn. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's so much more for them to communicate with you. But definitely this connection could have spurred some kind of awakening or some kind of deeper spiritual connection in this person. And you may have noticed the exact same thing. So yeah, kind of a divine counterpart energy coming through. Definitely soulmate energy with the Two of Cups coming through here. There's there's something here, and I think it's mutual. I think that both of you feel that. Let's look at your oracle card from the Moonology deck and see what it has to say. So you have step out of your comfort zone with the North Node. Yeah, where can I put this where you'll be able to see? We'll put it over there. This is outside of this person's comfort zone. I feel like I don't even really have to say that. We've been kind of discussing that the entire time. This is outside of this person's comfort zone, and the communication aspect of it especially is outside of their comfort zone. There's a part of them that wants to hold back that communication. There's a part of them that wants to keep it safe. Maybe even, it's almost like they're fighting the urge to hold all of this in. Like if they keep it to themselves, they can somehow keep it protected. They can keep the connection protected. They can keep it in this isolated little area in their minds and in their hearts, and they don't have to risk letting it out into the world, because of course with that comes the risk of this might not work out. They might get rejected. All of this emotion might be for nothing. And if they don't have you, they don't really have anywhere to put this emotion. So they're feeling a lot. They're feeling a lot of depth. And the idea of expressing that to you really is outside of their comfort zone. Let's grab some messages from this person. Let's find out what this person would say to you. If they could say something to you right now. What would they say to number one? If they could say something to them right now. We have, I knew exactly what I was doing. What else would they say to number one? I wonder if you are happy without me. So yeah, there might be separation. And I'm starting to understand our connection. I think these are really beautiful and appropriate messages here. I really love how this card came out close to the Knight of Coins, because it actually brought me back into that energy. I knew exactly what I was doing. And I don't know if I've ever interpreted this card in this way before, but to me, this is that consideration that we were talking about. They know what they're doing. They know what process they're going through. And there really is a thoughtful energy behind this. There's a very deliberate energy. The only thing is that they keep a lot hidden. They keep a lot to themselves. They're not necessarily sharing with you every step of the way, like every emotion that they're feeling and every part of them that they're exploring and all of the growth that they're going through. But they're doing all of this very deliberately. They are making these changes and this growth and this transformation very, very deliberately. And there is concern that you may move on. I wonder if you're happy without me. So this can speak to a connection that's in separation currently. And it can also be a fear that this person is having, back to this Nine of Swords energy. So again, this card kind of came out on top of that Nine of Swords. And this is the worry. I may lose you forever if I don't get to the point where I can open up with you and I can show you how much I've grown and how much I've matured around this connection. And let me tell you, they came through as the King of Cups twice. So there is growth and maturity here. And I'm starting to understand our connection. Exactly. That's the exploration that we were talking about. That's what they're going through. That's the process that they're going through, trying to understand the feelings that they have. So let's look at your tea leaf cards and then we'll wrap up your reading. So you have the Dolphin. This card says financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. We have Goldfish, increase in material wealth and spiritual growth. There's that spiritual growth again, that spiritual maturity. And we have Flowers, happiness. Okay, these are all really positive cards. Actually, two sea creature cards. So a dolphin card and a goldfish card. Not that we really think of goldfish as like in the sea, I guess, but water element is what I'm getting from this. So that King of Cups, again, that emotional energy coming through really strong. I love that we wrapped up with with the happiness card. This person is trying to move to a place of happiness with you. So, two of these cards actually talk about material wealth, about financial gain. We did have the Knight of Coins too, so more of that kind of earth energy. Now this could have something to do with finances affecting your connection in some way. This person may want to reach a certain level of stability before they are offering you something or before they feel comfortable. To me, this doesn't have to mean that it's actually about finances in particular, although that could be a connection in there could be a connection in your particular circumstance. So just take that as it resonates. But to me, this is pointing to physicality in some way. It's pointing to something kind of coming to fruition in the physical, in the 3D. So we're definitely looking at something gaining, something showing up, something materializing. And I like the way that this dolphin card says this is financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. So to me, this is about effort and work that was put in before. This could be referencing the effort that you have put into this connection, so that paying off for you. And it can also reference the work that this person is clearly doing regarding this connection and the growth that they're doing. And then this all paying off to kind of put you in this place, this blissful state, this happiness place. Flowers, for some reason, making me think of like a bouquet. So, yeah, I got like a wedding, I got a whole image of a wedding there suddenly. So there might be marriage in your future with this person. This person might have that on their mind. That could be just a little message to let you know that you're on the same page if you've considered marriage with this person. I feel like there was something else I did want to also point out that the dolphin card, like dolphins for me are always a lot about communication. So again, very appropriate where this came out. 7 of Swords right underneath it where we were talking about that communication. So this can be about opening up in terms of communication. And we were talking about things coming to fruition, things materializing. So although communication isn't really a tangible thing, this could be referencing the fact that that communication is going to be coming into your experience when it comes to this connection. So yes, I think that's all the messages I see for you. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards. Really beautiful energy between you and this person, so I enjoyed diving into this. If this reading resonated for you, don't forget to like it. Give me a little thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know what's going on in your situation, because I'd love to hear what all of this is about. If this person's communicating, or if they're not, what they are communicating about and what they aren't, because I think they definitely are holding a few things back. But with this 2 of Cups energy, what they're holding back is real deep love and a real feeling that this connection is a huge part of their future. It's a huge part of their planning when they're thinking about how their life and their future in the years to come is going to unfold. So yeah, leave me a comment down below and let me know all about that. Hit that subscribe button if you feel like it, and hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye! Hi, number 2. If you were drawn to the Light Seers Tarot and the Turtle, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out if the person on your mind is feeling the same way about you as you are feeling about them. So let's dive right into your tarot and find out. Okay, for number 2. Cards are falling everywhere. Your person has a lot to say. Okay. Number 2. Do they feel the same about number 2? Okay. Dropped your card. Get that. So we had the Emperor come out. And another card fell as well. The 4 of Swords. Okay. How does this person feel about number 2 and their connection? Do they feel the same? The 7 of Cups. So this person, I'm getting really strong Aries energy coming through with this Emperor card. This person might be an Aries or have a lot of Aries or fire energy in their chart. They could be another fire sign. They could be a Leo or Sagittarius. This could even be your energy if you're a fire sign. But yeah, definite Aries energy coming through there. One more card. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, already this is really interesting to me because I am picking up on kind of like an opposing energy here with the Emperor coming out first and then the Four of Swords. It's definitely opposite energy. Four of Swords being a very restful, kind of calm and rejuvenative energy. Is that a word? I don't know. And the Emperor being very fiery and forceful. So a lot going on here already. And a lot of choices, it seems like a lot of choices to be made when it comes to this connection. So I'm going to actually clarify all of these cards and then we will look at everything together. So let's clarify this Emperor. What is this Emperor all about? The King of Swords. And clarify the Four of Swords. Six of Cups. Clarify the Seven of Cups. And your card fell, of course. Okay, to clarify the Seven of Cups, we have the Ace of Pentacles. And we'll just clarify that Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Cups energy. Okay. There really is some deep truth that this person wants to communicate with you, and I feel like that's a theme so far. That was a little bit of a present energy in the first reading, and that's definitely here too with this King of Swords. I think that there's an interesting energy here. There's a real power coming through with the Emperor being supported by the King of Swords. It feels like it's almost like the King of Swords is being powered by something as forceful as the Emperor. So to me, this kind of feels like communication that's a long time coming, communication that you may have waited for a super long time, but more of what I'm feeling is this person has waited for a long time to communicate with you. So I'm getting almost like a frustrated feeling about it. It's like, it's something that feels really held back for this person. It feels like they just want to shout it from the rooftops at this point. So this could be someone that you have known for a while. We have the Six of Cups here. So Six of Cups can talk about friendships. It can talk about really sweet relationships, like maybe relationships that were established during childhood or during youth. So that's definitely something to consider here. There's plenty of reasons why this person could be feeling this frustrated energy when it comes to communicating with you. But some of this could be that this could be someone that you've known for a long time, and there's been a lot that they wanted to say to you for quite a while. This could also be a connection that is in separation. And I feel like if this connection is in separation, there might be an added element to it, because like I'm saying, there is kind of like this this forcefulness, this power, that it's like this person really wants to get something across to you. So you'll have to take that as it resonates. I'm not sure why they are so desperate to get this across to you. It could in some situations be because they've been unable to speak to you for a while. So maybe something's holding this connection apart, or they've been separated from you for a long time, but it feels like there's an anxious energy around really getting their point across. Yeah. There's the desire on this person's part to take control when it comes to this relationship. They might have felt like something about this relationship has been, like the control's been stripped away from them. Like it's all felt like it's out of their hands. Like almost like their power has been taken away. And there's a real feeling that they want to step back into that place of power, and they want to fix things. So this can be about reconciliation. I also kind of get that feeling from the Six of Cups. This might be somebody that wants to reconcile with you. They want a second chance with you. And there could have been a feeling of separation and a feeling of frustration around that separation. I'm really getting super strong father figure vibes from this reading. Yeah, I'm getting definitely father figure vibes. It doesn't have to be that that this person is a male. So this is really any kind of parental figure. This is someone who's in control, someone who is like in command a lot. So this might be someone who's in a position of authority, but I am getting parental vibes. So this could be a person who is already a parent. This can also be that this is someone envisioning starting a family with you. They're envisioning having children with you. This could even be someone that you do already have a child with. Again, back to that Six of Cups, like childhood energy. So there's definitely a feeling here of wanting to start a family with you, or thinking along those lines. And that might be something that you've considered with this person too. If you've thought about that, if you thought about having children with this person, you're definitely on the same page about that. And if you wondered if they wanted that kind of future with you, if they're feeling the same in that regard, they certainly are. They want to kind of like step into that father figure role, and they don't have to be a male. So this can be, we actually have the Queen of Cups here, and that could be representing a more feminine energy in this, but they see themselves as that, like that family person, that family man or that family woman. They see themselves as a leader, and they want to step into control again so that they can kind of get this connection on the right track, or maybe in some cases back on the right track. This does feel like a connection that could have been lost at some point. I feel like there might have been some sort of miscommunication in this connection, and this person really wants to set the record straight. They want to, I think in some cases they want to explain themselves. They want to let you know exactly how they're feeling. The Emperor is someone who really demands to be heard. They demand this sort of authority, and it's with this being supported by the King of Swords, who is an excellent communicator. Yeah, I feel like there could have been something that they feel was misunderstood. Maybe some of their actions, something that they said, or something might have gone wrong in this connection, but they feel like they were misunderstood in some way, and they really want to get their point across. That's for some of you, so take that as it resonates. I do feel like a lot of you could have been in separation from this person, and this person really had to step away. It might have had a lot to do with what they want to communicate with you that might have caused them to step away. There may be something that they wanted to explain to you about this connection. I feel like there's something that maybe wasn't being completely understood. There's a lot of choices that this person had to make with the Seven of Cups. It feels like if they pulled away, they pulled away and they had to go back to the drawing board. There's a lot of choices. There was a lot of things that they had to consider. A lot to figure out. Yeah, a lot to figure out. So I wonder what this is about. I was picking up on that parental vibe. So this person might just have a lot going on in their life. They might have a lot of responsibilities. They might have children to take care of, or family members to take care of, or certain expectations to deal with. They also could be somebody in a very demanding position in their professional life. And it's almost like they're trying to figure out how to put the pieces together. How do they balance this with that? How do they maintain these responsibilities that they have, but still incorporate this connection with you? This was a lot of what they wanted to pull away from this and look at and really consider. I feel like this left them reeling in some way. With this Four of Swords energy, this is really the energy of like needing to take a step back, a major step back, and recover in some way. So this connection could have really taken them by surprise. It also may be, maybe the energy that I'm picking up on is that this was an inopportune time for this connection to come into this person's experience, either because they were so busy with a lot of responsibilities. They could have been in another connection, or at the tail end of another connection. They could have family commitments, but there's something here where it's like it might have been it just felt like bad timing for them. And that could be what they want to explain to you, exactly why when this connection started, it wasn't the best time for them. They needed a minute to kind of figure things out, figure out how all of these different parts of their lives were going to fit together. Again, yeah, I feel like for some of you, you have known this person since childhood with the Six of Cups, and that this really could be a friendship, something well established between the two of you. And the Six of Cups can also point to a past life connection. So if you've had the feeling that the two of you may have known each other in a past life, this person is recognizing and picking up on that as well. So this is a way that the two of you are on the same page. They're feeling the same way about that if you've had that little bit of an inkling that this might be a past life thing. There really is a strong energy here of wanting to start over. So for those of you who have been with this person or kind of had a rough start, a rocky start, they want a fresh start with you. And I feel like this even extends to those of you who there is kind of a past life connection here. It's like they want to pick up where you left off. They want to like get this connection going again in this lifetime, because this feels like something the two of you have done. You've been a part of each other's life in one capacity or another for several lifetimes. So it's like they want to get going almost. They want to get the ball rolling on this. They definitely, yeah, they went back to the drawing board. With this Six of Cups energy, there's this feeling, seriously, of going back to the drawing board and refiguring things. And the Ace of Pentacles is supporting it. So this is really a feeling of, after they did this consideration, after they really tried to figure out what was going on with them, because it feels like there were a lot of choices to be made, maybe even some sacrifices needed to be made. And after doing that, the conclusion that they came to is this Ace of Pentacles energy. This is a fresh start. This is a new beginning that they want with you. And for some reason, this Ace of Pentacles right now in this reading is really giving me this feeling of like extending an olive branch, or maybe just even extending a hand, like a handshake, because of the hands in this picture. But it's really giving me that olive branch kind of feeling, like wanting to reconcile something, wanting to call a truce, wanting to come to an agreement and now move forward on something that is very, very tangible. So again, it kind of feels like this could be a situation where there's a lot that needs to be repaired in this connection, a lot of communication that needs to be done, and this person wants to do whatever it takes to get that fresh start and that new beginning with you. Yeah, so for a lot of you, this could be a connection that is needing some sort of reconciliation, and that's what's on this person's mind. If this is someone that you have wanted to reconcile with, you've wanted that olive branch, you've wanted them to kind of reach out and just wipe the slate clean in a way. That energy is definitely coming through, and they are on the same page about that. They want the same thing. They want that new beginning. We kind of finish off this spread with the Nine of Pentacles. So this person really is in a place of viewing you as the prize. They see you as the ultimate goal. They see you as the reward. So I think that this connection really could be a matter of a lot of choices and sacrifices being made, and they're doing that all with you in mind. They're doing that with the idea of living this beautiful life with you in mind, and they really see that as the ultimate prize. They see that as the gold medal. It's the ultimate goal here. Being with you is the ultimate goal. And then that Nine of Pentacles is being supported by this Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is someone who's very emotionally balanced and stable, very mature when it comes to the emotions that they're feeling. And I think that this is how this person is seeing you. They're seeing you in this very beautiful energy, in this very commanding energy. And they're recognizing your emotions here. I think that they are seeing themselves as the King of Swords. I think that they're taking on a lot of the responsibility when it comes to communication. Like, they know that they may have dropped the ball, and they know that they want to take charge in this way. They want to come forward and do the communication part. And they see you as the person who is doing the emotional part and doing it well, mastering it, bringing a level of maturity when it comes to the emotional aspects of this. And there is kind of a sense of gratitude for that. There's a sense of like thankfulness that you were able to maintain this beautiful balance of emotion and really kind of like an outpouring of love, like a continuous outpouring of love, even when they were in this Four of Swords energy, even when they were in the Seven of Cups energy and trying to figure things out. So yeah, definitely a feeling of wanting to start over, really wanting to fight for this is what I feel, especially with this Emperor energy, wanting to fight for the connection, being willing to communicate about the connection. Yeah, they're noticing the value. They're noticing really the value of your connection with your emotions. They're noticing how important that's been and how that's sort of held everything in place. It's like your emotions and you being in this Queen of Cups energy was the glue to this connection, and they see that and they want to communicate about all that. They want to tell you about that. They want to express their gratitude, and they might want to explain themselves, because I feel like this Four of Swords period might require a little bit of explanation, and they're anxious to do that. So let's look at your oracle card and supporting tarot cards that I shuffled for you previously. So we'll see if this ties into the reading. You actually got 2 tarot cards to support your oracle cards. I was only taking 1, but you know, when it happens, it happens. I go with it because it's usually a complete message when that happens. So I don't want to miss anything. So let's see what we have. Oh, wow. Okay, we have the life purpose card. So this person really can't shake the feeling that meeting you is somehow tied to their greater life purpose. They feel like there's a deeper meaning behind this. This could have a lot to do with this feeling of like really wanting to communicate something with you, because I think that there's a real depth here. There's something that seems very crucial to them that they want to communicate about. So let's look at your tarot cards that support this life purpose card. We have the 10 of Cups. My goodness. Yes. Yeah. The 10 of Cups. Gosh, I'm trying to think of what other card in the deck, because there might be another card in the deck that I would say, well, the Judgment card. The Judgment card makes me think of life purpose. It makes me think of contemplating life purpose. The 10 of Cups makes me think of fulfillment of life purpose. It makes me think like this is getting it all. This is having all 10 cups. This is having that beautiful family connection, total indication of family vibes going on. So this person may have considered a family with you, a future with you. This is about really, really having it all. And I think that this person feels like being with you and exploring this with you and maybe even fixing this with you is really tied to their version of having it all. Let's look at your other card before I go on and on. We have Temperance. So both of these cards supporting life purpose, Temperance really being about patience. This card showed up in the first reading too. So, you know, that could be a little bit of a theme when we're talking about these connections. It might be a bit of collective energy. It's really the energy of like being patient, waiting for things to unfold. I think that this person has had to explore patience just within themselves as they're going through all of this. There's the desire for them, for you to be patient with them as they are exploring, as they are reconfiguring. Because I think in this reading I'm seeing a lot of, it's like there's a recalibration. It's like they needed to really readjust some things and figure some stuff out, and then they want to start over. So that's going to require some patience. I think they really feel like you balance them out, and they're just hoping that you will be patient with them. I'm glad that both cards came out, because I kind of see that, and I see that if we're looking at something as grand as life purpose, it is sometimes something that we have to be a bit patient for everything to unfold, for it all to fall into place. So I think that was a beautiful card to come out. But yeah, this person's seeing you as a source of love and contentment, and kind of the ultimate source of that. If that's how you've been feeling about this person, then the feeling is definitely mutual. Let's look at your Moonology card, and again, see if there's a message here that ties in. So the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Yeah, I think that really there is a feeling, there was a feeling throughout this entire reading that there's something that was maybe a little bit tough, something that sent this person into a state of retreat. And I think that that's maybe something that they're not familiar with, because they are showing up with this Emperor and this King of Swords energy. But then we had the Four of Swords. So yeah, they may have had to act out of character. This connection may have thrown them into some sort of spiral that was difficult for them to cope with. And we were talking about with the Ace of Pentacles, like the extension of this olive branch, like they want to start something over. They want to refresh the connection. They want to get off on the right foot if it feels like it maybe didn't get off on quite the right foot. So this is a great sign that any difficulties that you've been experiencing in this connection are coming to an end, that maybe the communication is going to be coming, and the explanation, I feel like that's a huge theme in this reading. The explanation is going to be coming. Let's get some messages from your person and find out what they would say to you if they could right now. If they could say anything to you, what would they say? What would they say to number 2 if they could say anything right now? I want to tell you how I feel. Let's see what else. What would they say to number 2 if they could say anything right now? I knew exactly what I was doing. This card came out in the first reading too. I feel like there is some similar energy going on here, as we were talking about with the Temperance card. Again, in reading number 1, this came out on top of a card that really, like, it all kind of made sense. And in this case, the same thing with the Seven of Cups. This is someone who's considering making a lot of choices. Choice is a huge theme in this reading. There's a lot of choices to be made, a lot of things for them to consider, a lot for them to maybe even try to figure out how to incorporate. If there's some difficulty in how they can incorporate their life with yours or something, but there is a feeling of them being deliberate about it. There's a feeling of them really making the effort. And if they did have to step away in this Four of Swords energy, there's a feeling that they did that. They did that knowingly. They did that purposefully. They did that because they needed to, and they made that choice. Just being near you is intoxicating. A lot of strong feelings coming from this person, a lot of passionate energy. If you feel that kind of connection and that draw, that pull towards them, they definitely feel the same. I'm becoming a better person. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's work being done. I feel like that could have to do with kind of that frustrating energy where they really want to say something to you and it just feels like they couldn't, or like it's been so long and they haven't been able to express something to you. I think a lot of that is about the growth that they've been experiencing. They want to show you who they are becoming. So let's look at your tea leaf cards and then we will wrap up your reading. So we have Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Owl, good advice from a wise person. And Door, opportunities are waiting for you. Yeah, I think that this person did have a lot on their minds. They had a lot they needed to sort through. Again, it's the Seven of Cups. That's the energy I was picking up on. That energy of a lot of choices. I think it was overwhelming for the person. And it's almost like they needed to kind of retreat a little bit and figure some of this stuff out because their thoughts were a mess. There's some kind of confusion around this connection. There might even still be a part of it for some of you that doesn't quite make sense to them. Some puzzle piece that they haven't figured out how to fit in, you know, like I was talking about this person. Let's say, for example, they are a parent and they haven't been able to figure out how they're going to incorporate like a new love and their child or their children. And it's confusing for them. Or it could be a demanding job and they can't figure out how they can make time for the connection, but that's what they're working on. This is a part of them becoming a better person. They're becoming a person who can juggle all of this, who can make sense out of all of this. I like this owl card, and in this case, like this could be someone in their life that's giving them good advice regarding this connection, but it can also be their own inner wisdom here. And I think that they are relying on their own inner wisdom a lot. This also could represent your energy. I think they do view you as someone who's very wise, and it might even be a matter of things you've said to them before. Like it's all starting to make sense to them now. They're starting to realize how wise you really are, that this really that you had the answer the whole time, but they had to go off and kind of figure things out on their own. So take that as it resonates. And then we do have the Door here. Opportunities are waiting for you. This is really the energy of, I think this person looks at this connection as the greatest opportunity. We were looking at this life purpose in the Ten of Cups card. They definitely see this as an opportunity. And this is a matter of them having the courage to step through that door. I don't think that I feel like this person coming through as the Emperor and the King of Swords, that courage is there. I think it's firmly in place, or it is being developed. They definitely are building the courage to step through the door. But again, Temperance energy, a little bit of patience. But I think that their ultimate goal here is to walk through that door and to realize all of the opportunities that are on the other side of it for both of you. So yeah, I think that's all the messages I see for you, number 2. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If this reading resonated for you, please don't forget to like it. Leave me a comment down below and tell me all about your story, what's going on here. And whoa, this person sees you as part of their life purpose and the Ten of Cups. So I definitely want to hear about this connection because it feels super strong, super powerful. It probably knocked you off your feet a little bit. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye. Hi, number 3. If you were drawn to the Star Spinner Tarot and the Shark, this is going to be your reading. We're going to find out if the person on your mind is feeling the same way about you that you are feeling about them. So let's jump right into your tarot and see what messages come through for you about this connection. Okay, number 3. Do they feel the same about number 3? How is this person feeling? We have the Fortitude card. This is the Strength card in a traditional deck. How are they feeling about number 3? Do they feel the same? We have the Wheel of Fate, so the Wheel of Fortune in traditional Tarot. This person might have felt like there was a lot out of their control when it comes to this connection with that Wheel of Fate and kind of the feeling that they had to remain strong in some way. Oh, yeah, the Tower. So, yeah, the Tower really talks about things that are abrupt, sudden, and often something we didn't choose, something falling apart that was out of our control completely. It's usually... there's usually a bit of a silver lining with the Tower because it's usually needed change that comes from the Tower, but it still can be disruptive, it can be painful, it can be confusing. So that's definitely coming through for this person. And one more card. We have Temperance. I'm laughing because Temperance has showed itself one way or another in all of these readings today. So yeah, there's a definite need for some sort of patience when it comes to this energy, and that's kind of just like collective energy, I guess. So I'm going to clarify all of these cards. Just give the deck another shuffle, and we will just clarify these cards. Let's clarify this Fortitude card, the Strength card. What does Fortitude mean? We have the Two of Wands. Clarify the Wheel of Fate. The Six of Coins in reverse. And the Tower. Let's clarify this Tower. What is the Tower telling us in this reading? Whoa. Okay. Your card shot out. Let me just get it. The Hanged Man. Yeah. Let's just clarify Temperance, and then we'll look at all of it together. The Lovers. Okay, it's beautiful. Okay, so there's really no doubt in my mind here, looking at this, that this person has very, very strong feelings for you. This person feels like you were sent into their lives for a reason. And I think if you've had that feeling about this person, then you're definitely on the same page about that. That feels like the energy that's being reciprocated in this reading. This feels almost like it feels fated in a way. If you kind of like, if you can get down with that concept of fate, it feels like something that was predestined. It feels like something that holds a really important meaning in this person's life. So it might have a lot to do with how they're meant to develop as a person or something like that. They view it kind of as like a bigger picture, and that could have something to do with the way the two of you met. It might have seemed like this big explosion, like big lightning bolts or something. It could have just been the feeling that you had, that both of you had in this connection, or it could have been that you met in some way that it felt like this has to be, like this had to be orchestrated, this had to have been planned, this has to be for a reason. But they definitely feel that way. I'm looking at this and I'm realizing every single card that came out like in the top row of the spread, which is the main energy, is from the Major Arcana. So this really gives me an indication of how strong the energies are that are present here. This means that the feelings in this connection are very strong, and I think that they are definitely reciprocated, because the strength that I'm picking up from these cards it's energy that would have to be coming from both sides. And it's not just the strength, it's really this really tells me about any kind of challenges that have gone on in this connection or with this person in the past previous to this connection. It kind of lets me know like they've been long-standing issues. So this might be someone who's coming to this connection with a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot to heal from. And it feels Oh, that's kind of circling me back to this idea that somehow this connection has felt faded in some way to this person. And I think to you too. So I think that might be why. I think there's a lot of hurt present here, and there could be a lot that this person has known that they need to heal from, and a lot that they've been trying to overcome. And somehow you coming into their life really made it feel to them like this is it. Like this is when I finally overcome this thing that's been present in my life for so long, this challenge, this, it's almost like this dark cloud that's been following them in some way. Like they know that there's something important about this connection that will lead them to the growth that's necessary for them to overcome some things that have been challenging for them for a really long time. So that's kind of like, that's the energy of the major arcana for me. It talks about huge life things. It talks about big transitions in our life, big energies, not so much the daily stuff. It talks about huge things. So these are things that could have been around for years and maybe even a lifetime. So there's definitely a strong energy present when it comes to this connection. I think that a lot of this has to do with this person's need to heal and really how this connection has impacted them when it comes to healing their hearts. Here's the thing. This person has been fighting for this connection, even if that fighting has been in silence, I'm hearing. So we open up with the Strength card, with this Fortitude card. This is really a card about sorry, there's some messages coming through. I'm like I'm trying to sort through and get this across because this person is on some sort of internal journey. It feels very, very internal. So the reason that message came through, even if it has been in silence, was the message. And I was trying to figure out exactly where that fits into this. The fighting that's been going on behind the scenes, I think is more than you might know, because this person might be fighting in silence, so to speak, and that's because this is an internal battle that they are fighting when it comes to this connection. They're on some sort of internal journey, and they've been battling a lot with their inner demons and with their past wounds. I think that both of you see this as something worth fighting for, which is another way that you're lining up. I think that your method for fighting for this connection might be a little bit different. They might be on kind of an inward journey, but their inward fight for this is just as important as any outer expression, because I think there's some stuff beneath the surface that needs to be healed, and that's the work that they're doing. They think so much about you. Like you're on their mind a lot, and I think a lot of the strength that they are drawing upon to get through some of this internal stuff is coming from you. They're really imagining a life with you. Maybe even at times planning a future with you, or planning the next time they see you. They're planning the next steps. This Strength card is being supported by the Two of Wands. So they're looking forward. They're in planning mode, they're in figuring mode, and they're drawing upon the strength that you give them, the strength that this connection gives them, to kind of get them through, to push them forward, to keep them moving forward. It's like they have their eye on the prize. Yeah, it's the promise of this connection that gives them a lot of strength. And it's what makes them hopeful for the future, even though it looks like they have experienced a lot of loss, heartbreak, or some kind of difficulty in their life. A lot of it has felt like it was out of their hands with this Wheel of Fate, the Tower. A lot they haven't felt in control of. I think something fell apart in this person's life, and this could have been even before you met them, but something fell apart in this person's life, and there's some part of them that I think feels a little bit guarded and protective of themselves, and it's almost like they don't want to feel that way anymore. They want to have a connection with you. I think that guarding and protecting themselves was it was a viable defense mechanism for a while, and now I think some of this planning energy and this strength is that they want to be able to plan and to connect on that deeper level. They want to be able to have more. They want to invite more of everything that they want into their life. They want the connection. They want the love. They want all the things that they almost just sacrificed before. They almost willingly just decided that they would rather not go through the trouble. But something about this connection is making them rethink that. I think that they had to hold back a lot of their love for you for some reason. Something in their life was preventing them from being able to be as open with you as they wanted, and keeping them from giving you all the love that they wanted to. But it does feel like something was out of their hands, or something they felt was maybe out of their control in some way. This could be family issues. I'm also hearing they felt like their life was falling apart. So they may have gone through something in their life that they would describe as a complete destruction of their entire life. Now, I will say, in practical terms, that definition is a bit dramatic, but anybody who's been through a tower moment where something very essential and fundamental to your life is collapsing, and maybe even a couple of things at once, it will absolutely feel like that. So this person could have lost someone very special to them. They could have had something unexpected go on with their job, or had some family issues to work through. But they have definitely had a point in their life, and maybe even during the time that you've been in connection with this person, where they felt like everything was falling apart for them. They felt like some force was working against them, and like it was all doom and gloom, is what I'm kind of picking up on. I think that they know what it's like to lose everything. And it feels almost like they know what it's like to experience the extreme, like some extreme heartbreak or loss, or defeat in some way. So they know this. I think that's the issue here. They know what it's like to be extremely disappointed, and there's almost a feeling that they want to stall when it comes to this connection sometimes. With this Hanged Man energy, they want to hold back when it comes to this connection. I think it's because they know what's at stake here. They know how much they stand to lose because of the deep feelings that they have for you. And they don't want to experience that loss again. So it's like in the face of this tower, they replay something that has happened in their lives before. They replay some sort of scenario, and they feel like, I don't want to go down that path again. I'm going to hold back a little bit to avoid having to experience that kind of loss or that kind of heartbreak again. Yeah. The Hangman can also talk about delays that are out of this person's control. And with the Wheel of Fate card, yeah, we could be dealing with some things that are out of their control. So this could be delays in this connection that that they have felt were kind of out of their hands. But yeah, there again with this Temperance card, the Temperance card just keeps coming up in every reading, and it's really about patience, patience when it comes to this connection. And what this person, it's showing me what this person has in mind ultimately. The Lovers supporting the Temperance card. So they want to bring some sort of balance, and they want to find this Lover's energy. This is divine counterpart energy. This is soulmate energy. they are patiently and diligently, I would say, working toward being able to express this full lover's energy with you. So the way that this person feels about you is like you're everything. Like, they get so scared to even explore this connection, because the idea of not having it is so scary to them that they would almost rather not have it sometimes, which I hope I'm saying that right, because it really doesn't make any sense. But it's just almost like they would rather play it safe and not get in too deep because of the fear of all of this. But that's not the place that they're staying. Like, that's not the place that they even want to stay. They're calling in this inner strength to get past this, but this is about healing. This is some kind of past wounding. If you've been with this person before, this could be a fear that they will lose you again. That's for some of you. The main energy that I'm picking up here is not so much that this past hurt has anything to do with this connection. I think it has to do with something that happened in their life before. But they're working their way out of this energy. They're calling on this inner strength, and they're planning. They're making plans to be with you, which is really scary for them, because every time they make a plan to be with you, they're reminded that everything could be taken away from them, that you could be taken away from them, that they could lose you, and they want to hold back a little bit to prevent that from happening. But the lover's energy is what's on their mind. There's definite soulmate energy coming through with this reading, definite. So let's look at your oracle card and supporting tarot card. I shuffled this for you before, so we'll kind of see like how it ties into what we saw here. So we have the Silver Waterfall. This card, let's see, the Silver Waterfall. This card is about healing. It talks a lot about the polarity that is inside all of us, that sometimes we feel high, sometimes we feel low, sometimes we feel good, sometimes we feel bad. It's really talking about the fact that we have access to all of these varied emotions and emotional states, but because of basically, we have access to all of this because of all of the different life experiences that we've had. So we can kind of like, we can draw upon and access really happy feelings and memories, and we can also draw upon and access some not so happy stuff. Back to that Tower energy. This card talks about seeking that balance, trying to find the balance so that we can let all of those things exist in us at the same time, because we are whole humans. You know, we are people who have experienced good and bad and ups and downs and happy and sad, and kind of letting all of that integrate and become a part of us, because it's all part of our experience, is the goal here. And it's the goal in the healing process. So I don't think that this could be more appropriate. Yeah, this person's working on doing a lot of healing, and there's something in their past that they want to overcome and to heal from. And I think that how they're viewing the connection now is they're trying to put that in perspective. They're trying to figure out where they can let those memories and that knowledge of something that was really painful for them, where they can let that live, because it's a part of them. But they don't want it to be the overwhelming majority of them. They don't want it to rule their life. They don't want it to rule every decision that they make. I'm just sitting here holding the clarifying card, and we kind of need to look at that, because this card is to clarify the Silver Waterfall. So let's see. Oh, the Three of Swords. Okay. I think I was on the right track. I think I was on the right track with that. So a little bit delayed, but yeah, the energy I think was already coming through with the silver waterfall. The Three of Swords is about heartbreak, it's about hurt, it's about disappointment. For me, in addition to being about all those things, it's always about healing, because we always naturally want to move toward a state that is not Three of Swords energy. We want to move toward a more healed state, a more at peace state. So this card always indicates some form of healing for me, even though it does highlight maybe some of the more painful aspects of life. So yes, this person is really working on lifting their vibration out of those painful and uncomfortable places. But it can be a struggle at times. Like, the hurt does still exist. It is still a part of them. So they're just working on integrating that. They're just working on, like, how do you build another tower when you are well aware that the foundation could crumble? Like, it could happen, you know? And how do we move out of a place of being afraid of the what ifs and move into a place of, like, I'm going to build the tower anyway, and I'm going to create a life that makes me happy, you know, without fear. I'm not going to create my life from a place of fear. I'm going to create my life from a place of hope. So that's where they're moving to. Let's look at your Moonology Oracle card. We have a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Yay, I love that. We're over here next to the Lovers and the Temperance card. A little bit of patience, of course, because that was the one thing that needed to be a part of all of these readings. So a little bit of patience. But yes, this is, I like this idea of the win-win. I like the balance. I like the scales on this card, the Libra scales. I like all of this in this scenario. And the reason for that is I think that this card is referencing a win-win for both of you in this connection, that you're going to find that love, that peace, that happiness, that lover's energy. But also I think that there's a win-win happening within this person. There's a balance happening within this person. It's about, like we were talking about, figuring out how to let those darker parts of us, you know, these experiences that aren't as pleasant, figuring out how to balance that out with all of the beauty that life has to offer, and let it all be a part of us. Let us be a person who knows, like, who knows of the darker things and can still live in the light. That's the balance that this person is finding. So really, really beautiful. Let's get a couple of messages from your person and find out what they would say to you right now, if they could. What messages would this person say to number 3 right now? What would they say to number 3? Are they not talking? Are you in separation and no communication? Okay, they're talking. Let's see. Oh, I love you unconditionally. It's that lover's energy. I will wait for a sign from you. This person is like giving me such sweet energy. Well, oh, are you joking? I knew exactly what I was doing. That's another card that has come out in all 3 of the readings. So there is something very deliberate here as collective energy, along with this patience theme. Like, goodness, I'm going to get another card because that card keeps coming out. But yeah, there's something, this person may have made a deliberate choice in some way. And I think in this case, there is a deliberate choice to do this healing that was made. Let's get one more message for you if they want to talk. Yes. Finding out the truth crushed me. Okay. Something in this person's past was very, very difficult for them, which we've been talking about throughout this entire reading. So this could have been something that went on in a past relationship, or some kind of family issue. something threw them for a little spin, a little twirl. It kind of disrupted things for them. And I think that kind of bouncing back from that has been a little bit challenging for them, but this is now the work that they're trying to do. So yeah, take that as it resonates. You might know exactly what went on in this person's life, and there might have been something that was revealed to them that absolutely crushed them and turned their life upside down. Yeah, let's look at your tea leaf cards, and then we'll wrap up your reading. So we actually got a month. You had April. So April might be significant to this connection in some way. And we have carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. I think we're dealing with a mental journey here. And bow, you are highly thought of. Beautiful. Back to that kind of lover's energy. You're really important to this person despite whatever struggles they go through. You're really important to them. And they are on some sort of journey. And again, I do think it is a mental journey. It's a journey of healing, and it's an emotional journey. The funny thing about this is the Three of Swords to me is the ultimate card of merging that mental energy and the emotional side. So the Three of Swords, it's swords. So it's about mental energy. It's about the intellect. It's about sometimes thoughts that haunt us, but it's also about the heart. It's also about emotion. So yeah, I think that this really is a mental thing for them, but our emotions influence our intellectual bodies so much. They are so closely linked. So yeah, I think that that's really appropriate in this case. So I think that's all the messages I see for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. If you liked this reading, don't forget to like it. Leave me a comment down below and let me know about this whole scenario. This is really interesting energy came through. So if you want to tell a little bit about your story, if you know kind of like what this tower was, or let me know if this person's communicating right now or not, because I'm interested to know what's happening with this healing journey. So yeah, if you feel comfortable, leave some details down in the comments for me, and we can chat in the comment section. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can hang out with me again when I upload another video. You'll be notified and all that good stuff. Thank you so much again, and hopefully I'll see you in another reading really soon. Bye.